If you watch Fortnite pros like Clicks, Bugger or anyone else, you've probably noticed how smooth their gameplay is and how it literally looks like they've got zero delay at all. And well, aside from them all having god tier PCs, most pros also optimize their Nvidia settings. So I thought I'd quickly showcase what most pros are using in their Nvidia settings panel so you yourself can also benefit from getting lower latency and more FPS. Getting straight into it, the first thing most of them actually do is update their graphics card to the latest drivers possible, may that be on Nvidia or AMD. On Nvidia here you can see they've got a recently released one, and I believe this has a ton of bug fixes, crash fixes, stutter fixes and way more. But other pros also tend to use a older driver as they might get more FPS and just better stability on that older driver. If you're curious in an older one, here is a few good ones on screen right now. But if you have the latest driver or you use an older one, it is all good to go. Just need to go over to your desktop, right click on it and select the Nvidia control panel. Once inside you should see the adjust image settings with preview tab right here under 3D settings. On this you want to select the middle one right here, which is use advanced 3D image settings. Then you want to click the take me there clickable. Then within the manage 3D settings, here are all of the settings that most pros are using. So they've got image scaling turned off, ambient occlusion turned off, anisotropic filtering turned off, and then all of these anti-aliasing settings are turned off as well, so they get more FPS. Scrolling down, they've got the background application max frame rate turned off, CUDA GPUs is set to all, DSLR factors are off, low latency mode is either off, on, or on ultra, and I do believe this depends on your PC. Scrolling down from that, we've got max frame rate, that is turned off, multi-frame sampled AA is turned off, OpenGL rendering, they've actually got their GPU selected on this. Power management mode, a lot of them have prefer maximum performance to get the most performance possible. Preferred refresh rate, this is very important, make sure this is on the highest available. Scrolling down from there, we've got shader cache size, that should be on driver default, and then all these texture filtering options right here should be on, allow, high performance and on. And then finally we've got threaded optimization, make sure that's on auto, triple buffering you want that off, vertical sync you want that off, and then this setting right here can just be left on the default. And those right there are what most pros are using for their manage 3D settings within the Nvidia control panel. Moving on, you want to go under display where it says change resolution. Now if a pro has set up a resolution like a custom stretched res one, they would have changed it in here. And if you want to find more about this, I'll leave this tutorial in the description below so you can learn more. Moving on from that, we've got adjust desktop color settings. Now a lot of these are actually on default except digital vibrance. You can see in this video on screen right here what happens when you actually mess around with a digital vibrance. You can get a more vibrant look in game, but it does all come down to personal preference. But if you're more interested in that, I'll leave that video in the description below as well. And then finally moving on again, we've got adjust desktop size and position, and this is a very important one. You want to select your main gaming monitor firstly, the one with highest refresh rate. You then want to apply these following settings, which is no scaling and then perform scaling on display to get the least amount of system latency. Also make sure that your refresh rate is on the highest one possible, that is super important. And those Nvidia settings right there are what most pros are using, such as Clicks, such as Bugger, and many more. If the video helped out, feel free to drop a like on it, drop a sub on the channel, and use my code in the item shop to help me out a ton. Be sure as well to check out any of my other videos that I've made recently on screen. Catch us in the next one. Peace.